Okay, so this will be, I guess, just a Tekken video from the video series that does not have to do with an actual battle. Okay, so right now I am a rogue with Armor King, and I just got promoted yesterday, and I was to a who the heck did I just fight? I think it was Law or someone like that, and he just kind of got destroyed. He wasn't too strong of a player, and but anyway, so yeah, now that I'm a rogue, I now have a 51% record. It's pretty good. So this video will talk about sort of our ranks and when do people start to get good. From my experience, people start to get really hard to beat once they get to I think Avenger. After I mean like we have after Avenger there's Vindicator, and I think after that people start to get actually really good at the game. I mean, there are exceptions. I mean there are quite a few rogues I fought who were just really strong with like 85% records, and they also have like hundreds of wins. I mean, I'm only 319 and 306 right now. Or sorry, 319 and 303 is my record right now, wins and losses respectively. And so some guys have like thousands of wins and are just like marauders. And then of course if I lose to them, I really don't care because they have way more experience. But nonetheless, I really think people start to get good when they get to about the Avenger or Vindicator mark. Um, that of course is not always not always true. I have fought people who are champions. I've actually beaten a law champion recently. He was pretty strong. I've been fighting a lot of laws, and so I kind of like figured out a general strategy. You have to be very careful. You have to defend a lot, especially against this guy, because if you didn't, I just look at his moves and he would just annihilate you if you didn't defend. Um, so yeah, I think it's interesting to see how promotion chances and demotion risks all work. I think it's you have to win two or three matches against someone who's the same rank as you, or one rank higher, one rank lower. There's I think a point system they have in there, and of course the same goes for demotion. You lose to that many people. But I have been beating a lot of masters recently. I've beaten I think three masters, one brawler who was an armor king. Go figure. And again, I also lost to that same armor king when I fought him again. And then of course I lost to one rogue. I think I beat another rogue, and I think I beat a berserker at one point. But anyways, so yeah, I mean Tekken 6 is a pretty interesting game. You can go in and check it out. Just wondering, like for me, when I use Armor King, I'll be making a series of some strategies you can use when you use Armor King. I usually like to use Death Sandwich. That's a pretty effective move. You just simply sidestep and you press square, triangle, and square. And then I just simply after that just use down and towards the opponent's square, the little gut punch that he does. And after that you can kind of figure the rest out. Um, so yeah, the ranks of Tekken 6, we start at beginner. They go from ninth to first Caillou. Then we have, first through fourth Dan, which I was stuck on for the longest time. And after fourth Dan, you get mentor, master, rogue, brawler, marauder, berserker, warrior, avenger. Then you have vindicators when the guys start to get pretty good. Then there's juggernauts, vanquishers. I think after vanquishers come destroyers, then conquerors and saviors. After saviors, I think come champions, overlords, sages, and then legends, and then fujins, raijins, yaksa, raksasa, asura, dragon lord, tekken emperor, then tekken god. So like a good 30 some ranks, but there are very few people at the very top. At one point, there was not even a dragon lord. Like I checked right now, there's one dragon lord. I think it's Miguel. How anyone uses Miguel is beyond me, because Miguel to me just is a guy who just can't fight. He's just too drunken with his movements. I'm not sure anyone can use that guy. I tried him. I just can't fight with him for the life of me. But anyways, so yeah, I just throwing the question out there. When do you think people start to get good at Tekken 6? Well, around what rank, or what win percentage, or how, and some other things you want to discuss. I'll be making a few of these videos just throughout things like that, and feel free to link me to some battles, or if you want to fight, just same thing. I've been meaning to just find some people on YouTube and just fight them in Tekken 6. Um, so yeah, I'm now finally a rogue. Been wanting to be a rogue for a long time. Been playing for I think like 4 months now. It's I've been stuck between. I went from fourth dan to mentor, then I got demoted, then went back up to mentor, then got demoted again. Then I finally went back up to mentor. This time I actually could have got promoted to master, but I lost like 5 promotion chances in a row. Then I eventually went back down to fourth dan, and then the last few days I went back up to mentor. Then I went to master. Now I'm finally a rogue. It's I think there's like a little barrier like of like skill that you have to break around around that rank. Because yeah, most rogues I fight are usually pretty solid, but they what I noticed they don't really they have moves that are like somewhat predictable. I mean their moves are powerful. They know how to like juggle people in the air, but nonetheless they're low. When you attack them low, they don't really defend against. I find that funny. Because Armor King has a move where he like just jumps and then he just kicks you in your shin and you fall down. Forget the actual name for that move, but that move I like to use because it kind of looks like a high attack, and then just hit them low. And then I usually use it I just kind of do the like I think it's the some Punisher move, jump Punisher move when he hops and hits you with both hands. And but yeah, so to conclude this video, I kind of want to pose a question: when do you think people start to get good at Tekken 6? I would argue around the Avenger, Vindicator, Juggernaut area, and then maybe Warrior. I mean, before that, guys are pretty solid, but I've had some success. Even as a fourth Dan, I managed to beat a few berserkers every now and then. But what with Jug, when you get around that Vindicator, people start to get quite tough, and I have difficult time fighting them because of just their skill. Anyway, so yeah, now I'm finally a rogue. About time. I might decide. I might soon get to brawler. I'm not sure when that will be because I've been fighting a lot of people. Been winning quite a few. I won like 35 matches yesterday and already lost like 4. So that's pretty good. 'Cause I've never been able to win that many in a row. As a matter of fact, I think I won like 12 in a row once. But anyway, so yeah, that's all for this video. There's a video of me fighting the champion Law. I have that in the saved replay data. This was when I was a master. This is about I think a few matches before I was promoted to rogue. I'll be putting a few videos of me as a rogue, fighting a few people. All right, so that's all for now. See you guys in the next video.